Hi there, I'm Ina Speaks Simply, and this is my channel. And I enjoy sharing with you about sex, relationship, intimacy, and spirituality, one bite at a time. My service to you thrives when you participate by liking, sharing, subscribing, and leaving comments. So please do so. I am available for in-office and remote sessions, and you can contact me right here on this page. So today's topic is about how men and women communicate differently. As if all of you listening to this, obviously you know we speak very differently. Do you know the reason though? Because it's how Great Spirit, God created us. And I'm going to tell you a story that takes us back to primal, caveman and cavewoman. And I want to honor Alison Armstrong because this is the story that she's done a lot of research. She does a lot of workshops, Alison Armstrong, and I just want to thank her and acknowledge this story. So if we go back to caveman and cavewoman, I'm talking about DNA. You cannot go to a psychotherapist and get rid of these basic DNA qualities because they're with us forever. So the DNA of a woman, when she's in the cave and she needs to go out into the meadow, she will take the baby, she'll put the baby on the hip, she has the basket, she goes down into the meadow. Now, how her brain works is we work out of the right side of our brain. Men work out of the left side. I had no idea about this, but we actually come from two different sides of the brain. So when Cave Woman goes down into the meadow, she has what is called multitasking, or better term is diffuse thinking, because she puts the baby down, she has to track it to make sure a saber-toothed tiger isn't going to get the baby, or the baby's not going to pick up the tail of a rattlesnake and play with it. And we have to also be remembering where the berries are ripe this time of year. What was the bush that our cave woman friend Sally told us, like, don't go to that restaurant. Those berries are horrible. They poison my dog. So that's how we work from cave woman to nowadays. When women like each other, they share what's good and what isn't. So as a woman, we go and we have to remember. And the way we remember where everything is we tell stories in our head. This is a major difference between men and women. We tell a story. So the poison berries are on the bush that's in the center of the meadow, never by the water, in the center, and it's three-pronged and it's shiny on top and fuzzy on the bottom. So I know, but I need to go to that bush, and then directly from there I walk toward the stream. That's where the wild onions are. Now to find the berries, the big boulders on the other side of the stream, now I have the baby on my hip and we're crossing the stream, and behind those boulders where I could not see it, my cavewoman friend Janie told me those berries are so good this time of year. So I'm gathering all of this, and a woman's DNA is to nurture and to please. She wants to please her caveman so he doesn't go 4 caves down to Sally's cave. So, and that when he goes hunting, he brings the elk, the bacon back to her. So our DNA is to nurture, not just nurture the baby, but it's to nurture our dreams, nurture his dreams. So we have this more than having 2 or 3 tasks, we have diffuse thinking. So the difference between multitasking and diffuse thinking is take a glass of water, spill it on a table. It goes everywhere. So we have to mop it up everywhere. We have scan vision. We're scanning the meadow, make sure the baby's okay. We're scanning where the vegetables are. Our scan vision really comes in handy, especially if you have a partner who tends to lose their keys. I actually had my husband ask me to come out to his garage, and I mean his garage is a man's garage. It is packed. And he said, I lost this. It's about this size. It's about like this. I remember, and he described it to me. I had no idea what he's talking about, but he described it. And then you can call it woman's intuition. You can call it scan vision. I kind of walked, I realized, just felt it wasn't there, went around behind all this stuff, and then I picked it up and I said, is this it? And he said, I have no idea how you do that. And I said, well, it's scan vision, it's woman's intuition. So this is really good. Now, the difference is when you ask a woman how her day was, she will describe her day. She will tell you stories because that's how our brain works. We remember things because we put it in a story form. Now, caveman's DNA is to provide and protect. When he cares for a woman, loves a woman, he wants to provide for her. He wants to protect her. So to provide for her, he's going to go out and he's going to go hunting. Now, you can create, like when a man is working on a project, it's like, get to the garage, get the hammer, get the nail, has to be the right screws, has to be the right, and then he goes back to the house, to the project. Well, he got this from Caveman, because when Caveman left the cave, beautiful meadow flowers, little bunny rabbits, gorgeous hawk in the sky, he didn't see any of it. Get the deer, get the deer, get the deer. He had one thing on his mind, because if he didn't get the deer, his family would starve. If he brought home a rabbit and he had 5 mouths to feed, everyone would be hungry. So God, Great Spirit, created us to work really well together and different. So Caveman would get the deer, get the deer. Now, occasionally Caveman went and hunted with other men. And I will share this in my office when I'm doing therapy with a couple. So if he's working with other men, this is not a board meeting. This is if they talk too long, too loud, they're going to scare the game away. So Caveman with the other 2 or 3 men, it might be that it's like, now, any man watching this knows exactly what I said. I've had women go, what did you just do? And she just said that you saw a large antler deer, animal, and these 2 are going to go this way, these 2 this way, and right down the middle, with the bow and arrow. So they knew exactly what they were going to do, and they did not get distracted with a lot of words.